The video recording her classmate while she was using the restroom.
Yeah, the 17-year-old now facing a felony. KPRC2's Rowan Belogan tracking details of this case from Baytown. And Rowan, investigators say this happened inside Lee High School.
Brandon, Daniela, court documents show that the incident happened 2 weeks ago at the school. This week, the suspect appeared in court. Court documents show in the girls' bathroom at Lee High School in Baytown, a student leaned over a stall and recorded a fellow classmate. Documents say the alleged victim, quote, looks up, sees the cell phone recording, leans over in an attempt to cover herself, puts her hand up, and says, stop. The victim identified the person as 17-year-old Nevaeh Thompson. Thompson charged with felony invasive visual recording in a dressing room or bathroom. Brian Weiss is KPRC2's legal analyst.
It's a violation of the law in Texas for you or anyone else to photograph any individual while they're engaged in any activity where they have a reasonable expectation of privacy.
In a statement to KPRC2, the district writes in part, quote, the student that was charged has not returned to campus, nor will they, pending the outcome of charges filed against them.
While this defendant, like any other defendant, is entitled to the presumption of innocence, unless and until guilt's proven beyond a reasonable doubt in court, the school is well within its rights to make sure that this student doesn't return to class.
Weiss's tip for parents?
The teaching moment for parents is you've got to instill in your kids the fundamental distinction between what's right and what's wrong.
If convicted of this charge, sentencing ranges from probation to 2 years in jail. Live in Baytown, Rowan Belogan, KPRC 2 News.
So what's up? Okay, so concerning this school incident concern, that makes me question, did this student, let's keep in mind that this is a minor that we are talking about, was she introduced to a sick fetish? And I say sick fetish because some people consider it as a fetish. By what you choose to listen to, by what you choose to put before your eyes, to maybe make you as an individual feel good. That's why I always try to be very, very clear about my diagnosis. It's not to be glorified in the fetish arena. It's a true diagnosis that I have. And if you pay attention or have paid attention to my beginning content, it was a diagnosis of interstitial cystitis that I openly talked about, also known as, to be more relatable, OAB, overactive bladder. But when you are in a bathroom stall, that is to be your personal privacy. How many of us would really appreciate someone taking the time out to record us? I'll wait. Now, was this to be considered a form of bullying? Fetish along with that? I don't know. But when you are in a bathroom, whether it be a public restroom or not, that is to be your private moment. The person next to you in another stall, that is considered to be their private moment. So the times that I have taken a camera with me, that's my private moment and what I do choose to share with you all concerning my diagnosis. But if someone is in the stall next to me, no way would I consider, trying to expose or blow up their situation. The community I feel that I have started to develop with my diagnosis, it's private. That's why I said, when a comment, like when I'm on live, I don't take the time out to read your name because it is private. I feel like in the past that certain ones have got my content twisted on what it is. When I say the word P is for purpose, because you have to be actually aware of the comments that you are leaving, because you could also get a strike or, be classified in another category to not be able to participate on YouTube. Of course, you could always just go under a different name and make up another account. But that's why I always try to say choose your words wisely when you are in contact with men or women, depending on what type of content that they do. Because if you notice that I mean, because I'm like this, how many times could I have used the bathroom to still keep your interest? It's more to me than just using the bathroom. So it's like a give and take. I appreciate you ones that do get it and understand that it's not a fetish. It's just a real life situation. And I don't know if the person who was in the bathroom stall has a diagnosis or not, that they have to use the bathroom more than the average. I don't know why somebody would take the time out to hover over another stall to record someone. I don't know. We don't know what's in people's minds. We're doing good to keep track of our own minds. The person who left a comment during the videotaping saying that it's up to the parents to instill in their children what's appropriate, what's inappropriate. Some things I think is common sense, but again, what I consider common sense, you may not consider common sense. What you consider common sense, I may not consider common sense. So again, yeah, when you are dealing with a minor, but to tell you the truth, parenting never stops, whatever age you get. So dealing with a minor or not, it's like you do have to continue to provide wisdom. So we do definitely have to be aware, those of us, being of age and being the age to be old enough to be parents, old enough to be grandparents, great grandparents. I don't know the age group that's on here, but anyhow, it's a open forum for all ages, all genders. But we do have to be aware of what we do by example. We really, really do. But at the same time, kids of a certain age is not supposed to be involved in grown folks' business either. So it is a give and take. It is a learning experience. But that's why I'm like, me personally, I'm very, very cautious when I am in a bathroom stall of how wide the bathroom doors are to where that open space is. If that's the case, also, I think where public restrooms are located, installed, that it needs to be a revamp of public stalls to make sure that you can have your privacy and that the cracks don't exist, that you can kind of peek in and see who might be in there, or if the bathroom is occupied. Now, what I normally do, I try to listen to what stall might be open, or you just kind of look under to see if there's some feet that might be in existence in there. But to be going through and trying to peek through the cracks, to me personally, that's creepy. Like, that's inappropriate. But, you have a lot of kooks out here. You just never know. Like, I did a recent video when I went to go get my hair braided, and I was uncomfortable because I look up and I'm thinking, why is the panel missing above me? Is there a possible camera there that could be videotaping me? It just wasn't a comfortable situation. So next time, or if and when I do have to use, I try to be vigilant and very careful about how I do situate myself because I don't want to be exposed. I don't. The way I choose to be exposed or to let you into my personal space, that's me authorizing it. I don't need someone to authorize what I choose to share, how I choose to share it. And then next thing you know, that footage ends up somewhere, whether it be the United States or out of the country somewhere, for them to, benefit from it, however they choose to benefit from it. So at this point, I'm just very, very, very vigilant on the content that I do share. But again, still, I do have some upcoming things that I do look forward to sharing with you that I have ordered in the mail. I'm just looking for the right time to do so and putting together my flashback stories. But as always, to the real ones out there, my day ones, you know who you are, who's been very respectful in the content that I do share. But again, it is more to me than just using the bathroom. Like, again, it's more to you than just tuning in to YouTube. We all have our interests, but at the same time, I did just want to let you into my world to know what it's like to have a overactive bladder. But when I seen this story, it caught my attention. And, when it is someone underage, it's like my heart goes out, because sometimes, as kids or young people, we don't know how to defend ourselves. But, this person was busy trying to cover themselves because, again, it was an invasion. It wasn't right. It is not something that I agree with whatsoever. I think it's important to keep the children safe, because us as adults, what we choose to do is what we choose to do, but to not bring harm to anyone's lives, especially when they're underage. So just wanted to catch up with you on that tip and let you know what I thought about that particular story. And until next time.